Hello, collective. So I'm beginning to realize that I'm talking to a couple of different groups of people. I'm talking to people who are trying to get through something, people who have gotten through something, and then those people who are in something, maybe. So I always hesitate how much to go into these things because I will tell you right now that I'm not going to be a channel that dredges up every single thing that happened in the past that has brought you here. Because you're here, that means you've moved on from it, and we really need to focus on the here and now, the present, and what you can produce and manifest for your future. That is my intent. But I understand that when I ask God to please give me a message for the collective and certain things come up, I am not in charge. And as much as I want to hold back, I have to sometimes say things. So, I'm never the person that says, if this is about to trigger you, be warned. Because I honestly feel that anything that triggers you means that you need to look straight at it. So I'm also not one to coddle, because I find that, and maybe that's for me, and maybe that's something I need to learn, and that is something that I am learning, quite honestly, is that, you can't always be who you are and not accept people where they are, and it is your responsibility to meet them in between. So everything I just said, life is evolution, evolving. And I've just done that with this conversation. So I want you to know that that's how you can sometimes talk to spirit, right? That's how you can talk to spirit. Sometimes you can talk out loud so that you are talking yourself through something to get to the other end. Doesn't mean you're crazy. What do they say? As long as you don't answer back. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes when you are talking to God, you do answer back, because that is God speaking to you. So take it how it resonates. Ooh, can't believe I said that one. All right. Back to the subject at hand, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But we have the devil, we have the 4 of swords, and we have the 6 of swords. Now, I'm going to come back to that because I'm going to go to the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the situation, like the underlying situation, the thing that's not necessarily like what you're coming in contact with, but it's definitely affecting, and it's definitely a situation that may have already occurred or is occurring in the background to whatever you're going on with right now. So bottom of the deck, and then I just stopped after a while, so we're not gonna go through like all the ones I went through, because basically you'll get the gist. 9 of Swords, High Priestess, Queen of Wands, 3 of Swords, King of Cups. And then the one before the King of Cups is the 3 of Wands. Look, there was betrayal, there was deceit, there was another person. You knew this because you were already intuitive. You probably knew this the minute that you met this individual, but you wanted to manifest something, and what you ended up manifesting was out of haste, but also a reflection of some of the things that you needed to work on for yourself. But this was obviously betrayal, right? We got the 9 of Swords. So everything that you went through obviously affected you in some way, and I'm very sorry that you have to go through that. I want you to understand that everything that you are experiencing right now was deliberate. Oh gosh, this video might be longer than I thought. Let me tell you something. So we might have to come back for a part 2. Sometimes when you ask for something, you will be, most of the time when you're on this journey, right? And I always ask myself, I always said to myself, well, why? Why, if I'm going through this? Why, if I have to experience all of this? Why is it that I see other people like literally want what they want and get it? And then I was told, like, the devil wants to satisfy. The devil wants to give. The devil doesn't want you to have any discipline. The devil doesn't want you to understand the benefits to waiting and being patient. The devil wants you to have self-gratification so that becomes your way of life, and that's what you expect to have. And then you never understand the true value of growing in silence, of perfecting in silence, of waiting till you hear that voice in silence. The devil wants you busy, so the devil's going to give you what you want. It just may not last, and you may have to sacrifice yourself for it, but hey, you got it. So never look at what other people have. Woo! So right now, for no reason, like it's like becoming a little difficult to talk. So that just means I need to keep going. So I want you to understand that is why you have to go through trials and tribulations, because you made a decision before you even came here that you were going to go through certain things for the enlightenment of your soul. This is all a learning process. You are a spiritual being and a human experience. We have done this before. Okay? So once you understand that this has absolutely everything to just do with your growth, and as long as you get it, as long as you don't make this your own pattern, and it has been, we both know that. We both know that this has been something that has been repeated. So when do you get off the wheel? For the goodness that has come for you when you listen. I promise you, if you truly listen and do something that is the hardest for you, that means those ugly cries. That means those nights feeling lonely when you were never truly alone. That means going into the depths. That means thinking about stuff that you have repressed. That means going back to the originals that affected you in a certain way. That means taking on experiences that you've had in the past that hurt you, that damaged you, that traumatized you, and you sit with it. That means that you look outside of yourself as the blame and look at who was around you. That means that you feel it. There is no other way out but in. So right now, if you were experiencing any pain, if you were experiencing just your mind racing and trouble sleeping, I need you to understand that you can surrender that and you can call on God to help you. Even though right now you are going through something that is a lesson, you can still call on God for more insight. You can still call on God to release you, and you can still surrender this to God and not try to control what you're going through. Part 2 coming.